So when I found out I was going to be a dad, I wanted, obviously, to set up his room and get some cool stuff for it. And one of the things that I was looking at was nightlights, and they had ones that would project stars in the ceilings, like little nightlights. One thing led to another, and basically I ended up getting a home planetarium for him for his room, and he's had this now for some time. And it's great for when we're trying to get him to relax and go to bed. And initially I was a little bit apprehensive because of the price tag, because ultimately all this thing is a projector. It's got a little lens here, and even though it's cool, it's kind of a one-trick pony, because you can buy these little discs that go with it and it projects it onto the ceiling. But a couple of things about these. First of all, they're hard to get, and they're not that cheap. And the thing is I've looked, and a lot of these I've found online are scams. This one is called, I think, Hidden Continent. This happens to be the current favorite. And he's 9 months old now, and you can tell he's just mesmerized by the stars when you put it on. You get him ready for bed, and you're giving him his bottle. So this is basically my go-to nightlight for him. I know it's a bit overkill, but you put it in here like so, and it comes with, I think it's two, I believe. One is just the Milky Way, which is also pretty cool. But like I said, we got the one with the galaxy or the nebulas and stuff on it. This one, like I said, is I think called Moving Continent. I'll post a link below. But anyways, you put in the disc like this, and then you can focus the lens and get it crystal clear. So on a 8-foot ceiling, my son's room is about 11 by 10, and it fills the whole ceiling full of stars. So there's a couple things about this one. First of all, there's another model that just isn't as bright. There's a lower end model. This is the Flux one. I think there's another one, but I'll post the links for this one just to keep it clear. But this one has, and I believe the other one has also a sleep timer. So this was like crucial to getting it, because like I said, I put it for my son when he goes to bed, and it turns off automatically. Now if you don't set the sleep timer, it will turn off, but it takes like, I think it's a couple hours, which I have done that too when I stayed up with him at night when he was having tough time sleeping when he was real young. When you get it to move, it just kind of rotates, which is also cool. The shooting star, first of all, the shooting star is in the same spot, and it's very like it's just on like a pattern, like a cycle, little cardboard thing in there, and it doesn't look anything like a shooting star. And then obviously the power button. So like I said, if your goal is to just get stars, this is very cool, but it's not going to do anything else. It does that one thing very good, and that's it. And when it says home planetarium, one thing about it also that kind of bugs me is I don't think these sky maps are very accurate. Well, of course you're not going to expect it to be, but for the price tag, you kind of almost would expect it to be at least a little bit accurate. The Milky Way does look like the Milky Way, but this other one just looks cool. It has nothing to do really with any night sky that I know of, as well as the other ones that I've seen. But there are some discs out there that I hear don't fit, and they're kind of scams. But as far as a nightlight, this has got to be like the coolest nightlight I've ever seen. So you just set it on the floor, in my case, right in front of his crib, out a little bit. The other thing to look out for is then, obviously, because it's on the floor, remember it's there. So if you go in there at night and it's dark and the thing's shut off, you can't kick it. So just one thing to keep in mind. And obviously when you angle it, it will distort the stars. That's kind of a no-brainer. But if you do it just a little bit, it's okay. So maybe a little bit overkill, but I figure, hey, if the kid turns out to be an astronaut someday, it's probably because of his nightlight that he had when he was growing up. That's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If it's overkill, I think he's going to get a lot of use out of it. It is well made, so I do expect it to last a long time. I think it feels very sturdy. And the stars, like I said, they're like a high quality stars. All the other ones that I was looking at, the regular nightlights, they look like kind of childish stars. But for us, I put on the stars, I put it on an audiobook, and it actually is very calming, very relaxing. A lot of adults that have come over and seen his bedroom stars kind of have said, oh, I'm going to get a home planetarium. But like I said, for the price tag, it is a very expensive nightlight, but I happen to think it's worth it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, if you've got one, if you've tried it out, and I'll talk to you next time.